Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Alright, I got a recap on everything that's going on in Syria, and I'm going to dump a whole bunch of articles in the description box, and if you feel like it, you can go through and read them. But I'm going to give you the recap right here in the audio while you watch the cat on the chair and the fireplace, because I got nothing better to show you. Okay, so for that last 8 months, Bashar al-Assad has been killing everybody in Syria, putting down the revolts, and last month we had the UN Security Council try to pass a resolution just like they did in Libya, but Russia and China vetoed it, and they basically cited the Libya example as the main reason why they were vetoing it. They were like, no, we're not going to let you do the same thing, pass a resolution, and then run buck wild in Syria and, go far beyond what the resolution said, which is what they did in Libya, of course. Yesterday, the UN General Assembly, the Human Rights Committee, put out a resolution, and it was drafted by the members of Britain, France, and Germany, and it got 122 votes in favor, 13 against, and 41 that didn't vote, that abstained. And I believe Russia and China were two of the ones that didn't vote. 13 Arab states, including the 6 Arab co-sponsors, voted for it, as did Turkey. Basically, this UN committee vote yesterday was sort of just like an official recognition that everybody thinks Syria is out of control, and it wasn't the Security Council, so it's not like direct actions that are going to take place from it, but it was just kind of like a formal thing that everybody was agreeing. But the big developments that happened just now is the Arab League came out and said that Syria now has 24 hours to agree to allow an observer mission, which would be sending in guys to, I don't know, observe, which doesn't really make much sense because they've sort of been doing that already. But the Arab League gave Syria 24 hours to officially let them do that, or else they're going to put on more sanctions. And again, that's kind of a joke because they already have all these sanctions on them, so it's sort of an empty threat. But the other thing is France is trying to get them to do these humanitarian corridors, which supposedly they want to be able to get the Red Cross in there in certain areas and have them unobstructed from the Syrian military and this kind of stuff. So that's the big news. That's the first time that a Western country has gotten involved in it. And obviously this is just it's a huge ramp up. A lot of this stuff that you're talking about is sort of smoke screens for trying to set up other things. I put the article out the other day that they're trying to get the no-fly zone. A no-fly zone has nothing to do with stopping tanks from rolling into towns to shoot people. So there's a lot of other stuff going on over here, and it's a lot of parallels with what took place in Libya, and it's really ramping up. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something pop off soon. Last thing I want to note is Turkey is basically, they're doing a lot of military preparations, and they're publicly coming out and saying that they're expecting Syria to break down into a civil war, which I'm sure that's part of the game plan, but I think their ulterior motive is to prepare themselves to actually go into Syria and do whatever they feel like they need to do. So all the links are in the box, and stay tuned, keep your eyes on what's going on, and if anything pops off in Syria, you can expect that Iran's going to quickly get dragged into it, and then we're in a whole new can of worms. Later, YouTube.